What is going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Before I start with the video, I just want to remind you guys that if you're watching, there's a pretty good chance that you're not subscribed to the channel. So if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel for more NBA content like this. And also, if you do enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like. It makes a big difference in helping this channel grow, and I would greatly appreciate it. So today, I want to talk about the only thing that everyone's talking about right now, other than the Ben Simmons stuff, Kyrie Irving. We all knew, it's been known for a while now, that he had no plans on getting vaccinated, and that he, we knew from media day basically, right? And with the New York law that basically says that you cannot enter public buildings and public facilities if you're not vaccinated, that had an effect on the Nets. And if these players aren't vaccinated, they're not going to be able to play in their home games, right? And Kyrie is refused to get the vaccine for whatever reasons he has, and now it's become a thing where he has just been not wavering on the issue, and now it's actually becoming a problem with the Nets. It got so bad that yesterday it came out that Joe Tsai, who was their owner, Sean Marks, who was their GM, and then apparently also KD and Harden had basically conversations about what they want to do with Kyrie, right? Do they want to go through the season with him and have him just play 40-ish games, all the away games, and then have him miss home games and stuff like that? Or do they just want to shut him down completely until he's vaccinated? And this morning it came out that it's basically the latter. The GM and the owner basically said to Kyrie that he's not going to be at all of a participant until he's vaccinated, basically, right? He won't be able to practice, and he won't be able to be at games or attend games, right? And that obviously is a big deal because Kyrie Irving is a very important part of this Brooklyn Nets team. And when you don't have that, it has an effect on the team and what they can do, especially if he's going to miss a significant amount of time, like it looks like he will, especially because the man just refuses to get the vaccine. I mean, that's what it all comes down to, right? Just getting the shot alone would solve all of the problems with this thing, right? Just get the damn shot, right? And everyone's been kind of saying that, right? And I think that people are talking about this. They talked about the Jonathan Isaac thing and also the Andrew Wiggins thing. Well, to be fair, credit to Andrew Wiggins. He actually ended up getting the vaccine, even though his reasonings were kind of weird. He still got it. So, you know what? More power to him, right? He's going to be playing for his games in Golden State. But with Kyrie, and everyone knew Kyrie was an interesting person, right? From the moment he did that Earth is Flat thing a few years ago, everyone's like, okay, this guy's kind of weird. But even me, I didn't really look into it. I was just like, he's just saying stuff. And last year, Kyrie got, in my opinion, unfair criticism because he was speaking out against a lot of very important things. And even if his approach was not in the right direction, his intent was there. And I always admired that with him, right? And I thought that a lot of the hate he got last year was not fair. He took a lot of time off last year, and people bashed him for it and smeared him for it. And I was like, you know what? He talked about the mental health, right? And I admire that a lot when players talk about mental health and taking time away and saying that, you know what? Yeah, I'm a basketball player, but it's not my life. I admired when he did that, right? But this I cannot defend, and I don't think anyone can. I'm sorry, you cannot defend this. And what happens now basically is just waiting and seeing. If I had to guess, he's not playing this season. Unless, the only thing I can think of with Kyrie and his reasoning is he's hoping the rule changes in New York, the mandate gets lifted so that he can play. Because it doesn't seem like he's going to get the vaccine. Another thing, I just saw right before I was recording this video, The Athletic came out with basically a little bit of a in-depth article about Kyrie's thought process and why he is not taking the vaccine and why he's so reluctant. And I want to read you this passage because I just read it right now and it kind of got me annoyed. So here's what it says. Multiple sources with direct knowledge of Irving's decision have told The Athletic that Irving is not anti-vaccine and that his stance is that he is upset that people are losing their jobs due to vaccine mandates. It's a stance that Kyrie Irving has explained to close teammates, and to him, this is about a bigger fight than the one on the court, and Irving is challenging a perceived control of society and people's livelihood, according to sources with knowledge of Irving's mindset. It is a decision that he believes he is capable to make given his current life dynamics. Quote, Kyrie wants to be a voice for the voiceless. Here's what bothers me with that. If Kyrie wants to be a voice for the voiceless, he would be advocating for the vaccine, because it's a life or death situation with this stuff. New York is not going to change their laws anytime soon, because why? The vaccine mandate has worked in the city. You cannot go anywhere in the city without showing your card. You cannot go to restaurants, you can't go to clubs, you can't go to bars, you can't go to games. You cannot go anywhere in New York without your card. It's the same thing in San Francisco, and I know where I live in Southern California, in LA, they've had that rule now too. You know what? And it works. So for Kyrie, and the thing with him, and that's what it seems like, and everyone's kind of agreed with, he wants to be this hero, and he wants to be this guy that kind of is the contrarian, right? Where he goes against, common thought. He wants to go against what everyone's thinking, to be like this, oh, I'm better than you because I'm thinking things that not everyone else is. I'm different. I'm better. In some instances, that's actually not the worst thing. But in this situation, it is stupid. Very, very stupid. I cannot believe that we are in the situation right now with Kyrie Irving. I have defended him a lot of times from a lot of the media criticism. And let me be honest too, and I'll say this personally, Kyrie Irving is one of my favorite players to watch. From the moment he came into the league in Cleveland, and from the moment I started watching him, one of my favorite players to watch. When he was in Cleveland, when he was in Boston, and in Brooklyn, he was my favorite player to watch. His skill set, his talent, the things he does on that court are unbelievable. And the fact that because of stupid shit like this, we are not going to be able to watch him play is so sad. But at the same time, I don't feel bad. I really don't feel bad for him. It's a decision that he's clearly stuck on. I cannot believe that he's in this situation, and it's so dumb. The whole like, hey, I'm not anti-vaccine, but I'm just against the mandates. He doesn't want to. If he's not anti-vaccine, get the fucking vaccine. All of this would have been saved. He would not be told by owners and GMs that you cannot even practice with us. He would not be banned from his home arena. None of this would happen, but instead he wants to be this contrarian. He wants to be this voice for the voiceless guy. That doesn't even make sense in this situation. It's so dumb. And you know what sucks? I'm sure that the Brooklyn Nets players, KD, Kyrie, I don't think they want to trade him. I don't even think he should be traded. But you know what? If he's going to not waiver, I don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't know. Maybe should they trade him? You're not going to get anything out of him. Let's be honest. What team's going to want to get Kyrie right now? A guy who's very dead set on his beliefs. He's not going to get the vaccine. He's probably not going to be available a lot of the time. So why would you want to give up a bunch of assets to trade for him? Also, he has said, apparently, if he gets traded, he's going to retire. It would not surprise me in the slightest, and everyone's agreed that he retires this season, at least for a year or two. You know what I mean? Like, if he retired now, would it shock anybody? Not really. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock anyone else if he just said, you know what? I'm not going to retire. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to play. I'm done. I'm retiring for now. And I had a lot of thoughts on this, right? About what should happen now with the Brooklyn Nets. I think the Brooklyn Nets are going to be okay. Honestly, if Kyrie isn't there the whole year, I don't think it's the end of the world for the Nets. They're going to have to do a lot of adjusting. What does Harden do? Does he play point guard, shooting guard? What does the bench depth look like for the guard position? Is it kind of weak now? Do you have to make some moves to kind of upgrade that spot? But other than that, the Brooklyn Nets are going to be fine. They have James Harden. They have Kevin Durant. They have really good pieces around them and on the bench. They're going to be okay. But this does hurt their championship, chances. Kyrie would be the one who could help this team get over the edge. I don't think it's as dead set now that Brooklyn wins the championship like everyone thought because of just the star power on that team. Without Kyrie, it makes things a little interesting now. So that's a whole different conversation, right? About what happens now. But just I'm sorry, like just reading this thing about how he's not even anti-vaccine. He's just against mandates, and he wants to be this voice of the voiceless, right? Like, think about the voice that he's going to be right now. He is speaking up. The voice that he's, speaking out for right now are the anti-vaxxers, the ones who have been protesting in city halls across the country against these vaccine mandates. You know what I mean? This is the voice that he's supporting, really awful people who have not taken this pandemic seriously at all and who refuse to get vaccinated for their own stupid reasons and for their own stupid agendas. This is who Kyrie Irving is backing right now. And it's not a coincidence that you have the worst people on this earth supporting him. Like, that's not a coincidence. I'm not going to name names, but there are some very shitty people who are defending Kyrie. And you know what? For Kyrie, he deserves it. If he's going to do this, if he's going to go this way, if he's going to take these stances, he deserves it. I'm not going to feel bad. He should, he's a lunatic. That's all. I'm sorry. I don't like throwing words around. I don't like doing things like this. But this is a life or death situation. This is a global fucking pandemic we're talking about here, right? 700,000 people have died in this country because of it. And for him to not get the vaccine because he wants to be a voice for the voiceless, fuck out of here with that bullshit. I'm sorry. It makes me so sick. And it also makes me sad because we're not going to be able to watch Kyrie Irving play this season because of his own stupid agendas. It's sad. That's all I have to say. It's just so dumb, man. Like, these anti-vaxxers are doing everything. They're going in public and assaulting people who wear masks and get vaccines. And Kyrie wants to be their voice? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's what annoys me so much. It bothers me so much, man. I hate it so much. People are dying every day. The vaccine disinformation is killing people, literally. And Kyrie wants to be their voice. I cannot defend this man anymore. I don't care what happens with him now. If he gets traded, I don't care. If he retires, you know what? Good for him. He has a lot of money he's made in the NBA. He will be okay. You know what? So if he retires today, I don't feel bad. If he gets traded, I do not feel bad. If the Nets end up deciding, you know what? We are not going to pay you a dime this season. They're not doing that. They're still going to pay him. But if they ended up deciding that we're just not going to pay him anymore, I wouldn't feel bad. I would not. So that's where I'm at with this. I got really heated because it's so stupid. All of this could be preventable. But the voice of the voiceless thing, I'm sorry. I read that today and it just pissed me off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about it. It's so dumb. And the fact that we have to talk about this, and the fact that we are a week from the NBA season. A week from today, the NBA season starts. And the main story that everyone is talking about right now is Kyrie Irving not taking the vaccine and him not playing this season. That's the biggest story in the NBA. Not who's going to win the championship, who has the best team right now, what teams are going to surprise this season, who are the best players. That's not the conversation right now. The conversation is Kyrie Irving doesn't want to play because of his own agenda. That's so dumb, and I know the league doesn't want that. Nobody wants that. But that's where we are right now. And that's so unfortunate that we got to this point. But you know what? We're here. That's just what it is. I can't defend this man anymore. I still think that the criticism from a year ago was not fair, but this is just shameless. No shame. I can't even deal. It's so dumb, man. Alright, I'm done. I can't keep rambling like this anymore. I'm just gonna get more mad. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this kind of rant. I had to get this off because everyone was talking about it. And then you read some of the stuff in The Athletic and it threw me over the edge. So here, that's where we are. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, I guess, please, be sure to leave a like and comment down below, I guess, what happens now. What do you think Kyrie should do? What do you think the Nets should do going forward? And what do you think it does for their championship hopes? I'm curious to hear what you guys think about that. And yeah, I'm so lost right now. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe for more content like this. And that's basically it. Thank you guys as always for your continuous support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.